If you're starting off on the very most bottom rung of the social ladder and you feel like there's almost no hope for your life to get different, I want you to watch this video. So one of my dating coaching clients that I've been working with for almost 2 years now was developmentally challenged as a kid. He didn't develop quite as fast as the other kids. He was always smaller. He'd get picked on for that. And as a result, he wasn't that well socialized, despite the fact that his family was, quasi-famous. And there was a lot of power dynamics in the family at play, like favoritism for the brothers over this particular guy. And he just had a really hard shot. When he came to me 2 years ago, he had got into dating advice and game and stuff like that, but it hadn't quite taken hold for him. We'll just call him Leon, even though that's not his real name. But much like Leon, I had a similar story. When I was a kid, I was picked on all the time. I didn't really have any girlfriends typically. I went to a depressional facility in first grade and again in 8th grade. And, I had all kinds of embarrassing incidents happen. I was slapped in the face, in the middle of the school, in the most crowded hallway, and I had to run away from the guy because I really couldn't do anything about it. I had so many things happen where it just really made me feel that I was never really going to be anything because it was just so bad. I was starting off from this place of not being able to socialize with anybody and not really getting the kind of attention I wanted from women because, again, I didn't know how to act in a masculine way. I didn't know how to stand up for myself. I didn't know how to communicate. And I was very much also at the bottom rung of the social ladder. Well, switching back to Leon's story, this is a guy that after several years, can grab several phone numbers per day and set several dates per week, but it hasn't been, the easiest journey for him. We've literally traded thousands of hours of voice clips back and forth over the last couple of years, drilling down every little thing that happened on a date, every little text conversation he's ever had, what went right, what could have been done better, and all this kind of stuff. And dived into childhood trauma, which he still works on, right? And really just unpacking all the bad wiring over decades, to where now, in the third decade of his life, he can actually start to have success and actually start to have the life that he wants, only after years of focus. And the reason why I'm telling you Leon's story and a little bit of mine is because when you're on the very most bottom rung of the social ladder, people don't smile at you. People don't listen to what you have to say. They have a short attention span with you. They don't actively contact you to hang out. You certainly don't get attention from women, right? And you just don't get what you want in society. You don't get paid as much. Everything is for you because you're at the very most bottom rung. So again, as a kid, for me, I was a virgin until I was 19, constantly depressed. The first girl I ever slept with was a prostitute because I couldn't get anything else, right? It's like my whole life just sucks so bad. Now, fast forward to 41, what is so different, about 2 decades later? Because most people live with the programming that they build over the foundation, the early stages of their life. So what happened different for me? And the answer to that lies in unwinding the identity that you build over time, understanding that you don't have to internalize negative experiences that happen to you, that they have nothing to do with who you are. Okay, and this includes the negative experiences that you have with women. So whichever women that have rejected you in the past, whatever embarrassing things that have happened to you, whatever times that you've let yourself down, right? Or you let other people down, whatever baggage you have from the past, you have to understand that that is in the past and you don't have to carry it with you, into the future. So I started to unwind my identity and started to write a new identity. I started practicing the skills that I was learning in terms of dating advice and pickup. Okay, spending a lot of time with women, getting a lot of phone numbers, learning how to text and learning how the online dating game works, and going out on several dates per weekend, over the course of almost 2 years, right? And really making it a quest, something that I took massive action on and made it the focal point of my life for about 2 years. And that doesn't take into account all the other hard shit that I purposefully put myself through for the purpose of character development, like joining the Marine Corps or cleaning up crime scenes. I had a business doing that for a while, or, joining Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or staying in a job that forced me to socialize more. All that kind of stuff, factors in. So at the end of the day, I just want you to know that if you're starting off at the very bottom rung and you feel like you just can't have any influence over anybody, you'll just never get what you want in terms of, going after women. What I can tell you is that you absolutely can. If Leon can do it, and if I can do it, then anybody can do it. But the difference is, are you going to be the person that purposefully puts yourself through the hard shit so that way you suffer now instead of suffering for the rest of your life? Most people won't do it, right? Because they want instant gratification. So choose pain now of facing your social fears and face the pain. Stay present to that negative tension, right? And work through it with consciousness. And if you want help with this kind of thing, you can click on my profile up here and click on the link and I can help you with this. But even if you don't seek help, just understand that if you face the fire, okay, and you put yourself, like you chisel yourself out, you'll actually have an amazing rest of your life. But most people won't do it. So make sure that you're one of these people that's going to do it.